Hi everyone, good day and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please watch advertisements, like, share and subscribe. Right now military officers hold Governor FUBARA family hostage. South leaders condemn emergency rule, even P2B, everybody's condemning the emergency rule. So the elected governor of RiversState, that is SIMINALAYI FUBARA, and his family members were reportedly being held hostage at the government house, Port Harcourt, by heavily armed soldiers Tuesday night. Now, it was also gathered that they were held hostage moments after President Bola Tinubu invoked Section 180 of the Nigerian Constitution to proclaim a state of emergency in Rivers State. Now, based on what Tinubu said, which has been heavily criticized by many, including Ijaw groups and Pandev, including Peter Obi, including so many social media users, on a prolonged and rapidly escalating political feud led by the state lawmakers loyal to Nyesom Wike. They also tried commencing impeachment proceedings against FUBARA last week to settle scores in his fallout with Wike. But then the impeachment didn't happen. Even Faust, the bad guy, also condemned the whole emergency stuff and suspension of SIMINALAYI FUBARA. So now, according to People's Gazette, they said that Rivers government sources have said that soldiers carrying out the president's instructions on declaring the state of emergency barricaded all entrances and exits to the government house immediately after the president's speech. Now, um, we are being held hostages, and affected official told the Gazette from the scene on Tuesday night. They said that they don't have instruction to let anyone leave the premises. It's also unclear whether the soldiers implemented their duties as instructed or were overzealous in following specific orders. Now, Rivers State spokesperson for the Nigerian Army and Defense Headquarters did not immediately return requests seeking comments about the soldiers' treatment of the FUBARA and his family. Now, of course, the president declared suspension to the feuding parties from office to 6 months, starting from Tuesday. This also sparked furious debate across social media as everyone is arguing whether the president has constitutional grounds to suspend an elected governor whom the state lawmakers have not yet impeached. There are efforts to get to impeach FUBARA, and it began since on Monday. Then barely 24 hours before Mr. Tinubu imposed the emergency audience. Now, lawyers like F. Young Folarani, that is Faust, like already said, Faust Falana, has also, called out the president, saying that he's taking laws into his hands and calling on state of emergency on Rivers State is all shades of wrong, and also giving the governor 6 months suspension is even the worst form of wrong. Now, the president named the retired chief of naval staff, Ibok Etekwe Ibas, as the military administrator in Rivers in the interim. Now, South leaders, Pandev condemn emergency rule, okay? Even the South leaders and stakeholders have decried President Bola Tinubu's declaration of state of emergency in Rivers State. They also say that it's improper and brazenly backing the federal cabinet minister against Governor SIMINALAYI FUBARA and the state citizens. Now, according to one-time Attorney General of Akwa Ibom State, Owemedimo Uko, SAN, the decision to declare a state of emergency in Rivers State was ill-advised and it's all shades of wrong. The president's action is not well thought out. The situation in Rivers State has not met any of the conditions prescribed by the Constitution for the creation of a state of emergency by the president. It falls short of it. So right now, the president's action is ill-advised and is wrong and not based on the provisions of the Constitution. For him, it is part of a script to take over the control of Rivers State, which they have already written and have been acting state by state and scene by scene. Now, the former president of the Ijaw Youth Council, Eric Omara Esquire, said, President Tinubu took a wrong decision. I strongly condemn his one-sided action, and again, removing Governor FUBARA won't solve the problem. Now, the present intervention in the Rivers State crisis has been one-sided, according to what people are saying, okay, and allegedly that's what everybody is saying. I also said that his actions and body language has encouraged the Nyesom Wike, who happens the FCT minister, to further the crisis up to this point, just because he feels he has backing. Now that if Similar FUBARA is blamed for not doing enough to handle the situation, what had the president done in response to get necessary outbursts which led the foundation for attention in the past week? He thinks that an unbiased president should have called Wike to order or sack him to demonstrate his unbiased position in this matter. But from the onset, the president has been biased in favor of Wike, and that has not helped in the resolution of the crisis. Meanwhile, the apex socio-political body for the South-South geopolitical zone, the Pan-Nigeria Delta Forum (PANDEF), said on Tuesday it was studying the situation and would soon come up with its position. A statement yesterday by PANDEF national spokesman Chief Obiwuebi Ominimini read, "PANDEF is expressing alarm by the state of emergency declared in RiversState due to a crisis that is ordinarily avoidable. We are therefore studying the situation and we shall soon come up with PANDEF's position." Now, according to Amaibi Clarkson, former national spokesperson of the movement for the survival of Igbo nationality in the Niger Delta, he said that he is sure that SIMINALAYI FUBARA would challenge the constitutionality or legality of the state of emergency. But politically, the emergency is bad faith, and obviously the execution of a well-oiled script hatched in furtherance of the 2027 election. The president did not act like a president of the entire nation, but rather he took sides with his minister to punish the government and let out any punishment to his appointee. He executed the plan of Wike. First of all, Wike gathered the job by going to their homeland to provoke them, but he did get the needed reaction. Then the next day, there was an explosion in an oil facility, and shortly before the broadcast, there was another explosion which he hinged upon as one of the core reasons for the declaration. Also, the Yojo Youth Council worldwide has strongly decried the declaration of state of emergency. They also condemned the whole act, saying that it is a clear case of oppression and intimidation of Ijaw. The spokesperson of IYC AMB, Ambassador Benebai Prince Ru, said, "We condemn the state of emergency declaration of RiversState by President Bola Tinubu. The reason being that President Bola Tinubu have states that have been boiling and grappling with insurgency. Boko herdsmen have held sway, perhaps because it is Ijaw matter. We see us as a case of oppression and intimidation meted out on Ijaw people and the people of RiversState in particular. And for the man who failed the whole crisis, nothing has been done or said about him." Yes, I'm talking about Wike. And also, an elder statesman and chieftain of the All Progressive Congress in Edo, Honorable Charles Idahosa, said the creation of state of emergency by President Tinubu was an opportunity for the warring parties to find a meeting point and resolve the political crisis in the state.